Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. I'm Patrice. Please be sure to look at the other content. And if you enjoy that content, please be sure to like it and also subscribe to my channel. For my returning subscribers, welcome back, y'all. So today we are simply going to be talking about Cricut's new offset feature. And everyone's been talking about it. It is pretty major because in order to get an offset, we had to design in other programs and then import it into Cricut. So if this is your first time hearing of the term offset, an offset is really a shadow, or it's really an image that is layered, or a background, or an outline. It's so many ways to describe it. So I am going to show you exactly what an offset is and how to create that inside of Cricut Design Space. All right, so I'm going to start with text. I'll show a few examples. I am going to start with text and I will do craftable things. And I'm going to bring this down because when I click on the offset button, it will kind of be in this area. All right, so as we see, we don't want to leave this way, so I need to go ahead and ungroup this and bring all of these letters together. Alright, so that's together. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this. You want to make sure you weld it, because if you are still planning on cutting or anything like that, you want it welded because it will cut those letters individually still. I'm just going to bring this over just a little bit and then I will weld everything. Alright, so we have our words. Let's make this like a... Y'all know I like purples and pinks, so we'll make this purple. All right, so I'm going to select this and then I will select the new offset button up here. It's right here at the top next to edit. So I am going to click that. Now we have our offset options, and you can have curved edges or you can have more angled edges, so more straight line edges. I am going with the curb edge look, or the curb offset look, because it'll look better if it's curved. At least I think so. So you can either increase the size of that offset or you can decrease it depending on how you want it to be. Okay, so you can even have it where there's at 0, where there's no offset. And when you do it there, I just want to try to show you guys this. So here's the offset, and it lines up perfectly for those of you who do sublimation, and you're doing the print then cut setting, and you may be using the glitter HTV or the easy subli, this will work perfect for you in getting an exact cut of the size that you need. So this really, really does change a lot for us. Okay. So this is how the offset works. I'm going to delete this one, and then I am simply going to do another offset, and I want it to be about make it a little bit larger. Okay, I think I like that. So this is what it'll look like. All right, so this is how stickers come out. If you flatten this, I'll show you 2 different ways. So I am going to just duplicate that and bring it down. And so here, if you flatten this, it'll print out like this, and you can have a sticker. Okay. Also, if you want to cut it and you're creating more of a layered effect, you can just go ahead and send this to your cutter, to your Cricut, and it will cut 2 separate items. And then once you're done cutting, you can piece it together. Now let's say you want to create another layer. You can even create another layer from your offset. So I am going to go back to offset, and I'm going to select the rounded curve, and I want it to be like the same. I want the size of the offset to be the same, so I'm not going to change anything. So I'm going to just click apply, and you can change your color, your offset color, And let's say I'm going to change that to like a blue. So now you have two offsets from this one text object. Okay, so of course, in order to get a sticker, you need to change this and it will need to be flattened. So I'm just going to duplicate all of that because I want to cut it out so that you guys can see the difference. All right, so here we are going to, I've selected everything. So here we're going to flatten. Now that turned into a print, then cut. And this will be a cut. So let's say you are placing this on something, even if you're creating cards or anything like that. Like I have, even for me, for doing cake toppers, this is awesome. Okay, so this will be a print and cut, and then the rest of it will be basic cut files. All right, so I'm going to move this to the side, and I want to show you all an image, how we would put an image on here. Okay, so now we are going to input a shape into, or a picture into Design Space, and you want to make sure you are using something. If you don't want a square offset and you want it to actually trace around the image, you need to make sure you're using a PNG file, because if you are using something that has a square background or it has a white background and it has the image on it, it is going to trace around that white background. So make sure that you are using a PNG file. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I'm going to upload. Okay, so I'm going to upload this, and this was a PNG file. Okay. Let me resize it. We don't want it that big. And then I'm going to upload. As you guys can see, there is a transparent background. Okay. So when you are uploading things into Cricut Design Space, let me see. Okay, so I can show you a little bit better. So you see there's nothing in the background. This is a PNG file. When I uploaded it, I did not have to do anything special to it or remove the background. So let me upload another picture. And so here's another picture. Okay, so if I go ahead and I just simply click here and I click complex, and then I don't remove the background. Okay, so of course, remember, you always kind of want to remove the background when you're in Design Space. But let's say you don't remove that background and you bring this into, and of course, it's going to be a print then cut. Let's say you bring this into Design Space. So now you have this picture, right? And you want to make the offset. So we're going to click offset, and here you can either do round or with an angle. This because of how it is. So let's say we're going to do round. I like round better. Y'all, this is how it looks. Okay, so let's go back and upload. I'm going to have to upload it. And so, of course, I'm going to click on complex, and I want to remove that background. And this, of course, will be a print then cut because of all of these colors that we have here. Why is there two? Okay. I'll run in both. All right. So here's our image that we remove the background from, and now we're going to click offset. And so as you already see, that offset now is only taking the shape of the unicorn. Okay, so I can make it a little bit smaller if I want, and I think it looks better smaller. Apply, and then, but guys, look at that now. See why, like, it's so important that you even just go ahead and use the PNG, because to remove all of that from behind the unicorn is going to be a bit much when you're removing that background. So you see how we removed the background, but it did not remove everything. So that still is not that great. Now, if you are just simply going to use, it could work for you if you change the color of the offset. So let's say you want your offset to be white and you're just doing a sticker, it will work perfectly fine for you. You won't have to worry. But if you're trying to use another color outside of white, it will definitely show up. But I just want you guys to also see, we're going to delete that one because we don't want that one. I want you to see it with another background, not with another offset. But remember, you can make another offset if you choose, and we're just going to send that to the back. And so you see how it looks. That's how it will look. Okay, but this still looks really, really good. You just have to remember that with certain things, when you're removing the background, it's so tedious inside of Cricut Design Space. You can simply go to remove.bg. That will remove the background a little bit better than you having to manually do it in Cricut Design Space. But I want to show y'all that. And this is the same way. So we're going to create the offset. I am going to use round edges, and so here we will, let me make it a little bit bigger, this offset. So I'm going to make the offset a little bit larger. I think right there is good. All right, and so I'm going to hit apply, and then I am going to change that offset color to yellow. And right here, I see that I have this space here in between in the offset, and I do want to remove that. So I'm just going to go over here to contour. I'm going to select that space. You can select it here, or you can just select it over here in the panel, and I am going to remove it. Okay, so that looks really good. And y'all, you can even add, let's say you wanted to add a name. I'm going to remove the offset completely because I want to show you guys. So let's say you want to put a name, right? And I'm going to use Michaela because I always use Michaela and she always loves unicorns. All right, so let's say we're going to put Michaela here underneath the unicorn face, and let's make this, let's make Michaela purple. All right, so I want to attach all of this together. So I'm going to click the unicorn head. I'm going to click Michaela, and then I will click group. Okay, and then once I click group, I am going to create the offset. All right, so then I'm going to click the offset. I'm going to make this yellow again, and then I'm going to go back to contour, and I'm going to remove those two spots that I want to be filled in. And there we have it. All right, so I'm going to print this stuff out, all the stuff that we've done so far. I'm going to print it out so you guys can see how it looks once it is printed. So now, in order for me to make this into a sticker, I will select all of it, and then I will just flatten it, and now it will be a sticker. So I have two stickers, and then I have one that will be a print then cut. All right, y'all, so we are all done testing out Cricut's new offset feature, and I am loving it. So this is one of the stickers that I made. Here's the other sticker that I made, and yeah, it came out really, really good. If you guys want to see a more detailed video about making these types of stickers within Design Space, or if you use other programs, I usually use Illustrator, but now this has really changed the game for me with Cricut, let me know, and I'll create a more detailed video showing different ways to make the stickers and of course set it up in Design Space. All right, I do have a video, but it's more basic. It's a really, really basic video about making just a random piece of artwork into a sticker. Here's the other offset project that I made. It's a simple sign, and yeah, you could add a stick to this and turn this into a cake topper. You can even turn this into photo booth props. So there's so many different things that you can do now and not have to go through those extra steps when using Cricut Design Space and your Cricut machines. All right, so so happy about this. That's it for today, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like the video and also hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. In addition, head on over to Facebook and join us on Facebook as well. Our group is Craftable Things. But that's it for today, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.